Well, global ag leaders from more than 65 countries currently gathered in Iowa for the World Food Prize, which is focused on transformative solutions to achieve a sustainable food system. Alan Bjerga with the National Milk Producers Federation joins us now from there for more on this. Alan, first of all, I want to start with this book you wrote. You wrote a book about global food security probably about a decade ago. It's called Endless Appetites. Tell us about this book.
So what I was doing at the time was reporting, this was back when I was with Bloomberg News, taking a look at global food security situations. That was a really challenging time in agriculture. We had the Arab Spring, we had bread riots in Egypt. And what I was really looking at were some of the causes behind food price volatility at the time. And of course, you're dealing with international unrest and you're taking a look at weather disasters. You know, we're now fast forward about a dozen years, and what you've seen is a lot of these threats actually have intensified, which has caused a lot of, again, renewed rounds of volatility in commodity markets. You know, the World Food Prize, which has 76 countries here today, is honoring a woman named Heidi Kuhn, who's very active in demining efforts. You take a look at Ukraine, some of the world's most productive farmland, which is now literally littered with landmines all across productive farmland. This is something that has an effect on markets. You take a look at some of the weather patterns that we've been having, seemingly intensified effects of climate change. You're just seeing more of these prices of causes of instability taking place worldwide that are affecting commodity prices, making farming ever more challenging around the world. And this is the world they're now dealing with in 2023. So the theme of that book, which I think you can probably now get on Amazon for about 25 cents, they all remain true. But we've actually seen a gathering intensity of some of these factors that, again, makes agriculture a real challenge in the 21st century.
Absolutely. These challenges only intensifying. Endless Appetites. That's the name of the book. I'll give that one more plug. Hey, Alan, you know, you're here. Of course, you're at the World Food Prize and you're talking to folks from all over the world. What do you hear about what they want to know about dairy?
You know, it's striking because in some quarters, when people are talking back to climate change, you know, one of the things that will just be reflexive reaction is, well, we just need to get rid of the cows. Of course, we all know from an agricultural standpoint that is a much more challenging thing than what people are saying. You know, grazing lands are often on lands that can't be devoted to crops. You take a look at productivity within the dairy sector. There's a lot of potential there to be part of the solution rather than part of what someone defines as the problem. You know, that's part of what we're doing here at the World Food Prize. We're representing dairy, showing how dairy can be sustainable through things like the U.S. dairy industry's net zero initiative, taking a look at reduced emissions that you know do have a carbon impact, on greenhouse gas impact on the planet. You know, dairy is here to represent, and dairy farmers provide a lot of economic opportunities in developing nations as well as jobs in the United States. We're going to be part of the solution. But again, these are these challenging issues of instability and food security in the 21st century that we all need to make our contributions to solve.
So giving dairy really the spotlight at this convention right now and showing dairy really plays a big role in global food security.
Absolutely. That's what we're trying to do. You know, this is the work that a lot of us get up to work on every day, from the farm to food security conferences. We're trying to create a better world, a more food stable environment so that global hunger and poverty can be eradicated and the world can get the food and nutrition that they need. We think dairy is an important part of that, and we're here to share that message.
I love it, Alan. I'm going to check out that book, Endless Appetites. Would you say 25 cents, you think, right now?
The reviews were good, but I think it's been a while since I've gotten one. Thank you for your indulgence.
I love it. Alan Bjerga with the National Milk Producers Federation. Always a pleasure.